Hi, today we're making scalloped potatoes with ham. We got 3 pounds of russet potatoes, 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, about a pound of sliced ham, 1.5 cups of shredded Swiss cheese, half a cup or about 65 grams of all-purpose flour, 1 small onion, 6 tablespoons of butter, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/2 teaspoon of mustard, 16 ounces of milk, and 16 ounces of half and half. First thing we're going to do is dice the onion. And we've got 1 onion chopped. Next we're going to dice our ham up into little pieces. Okay, we've got the ham all diced up. Now, in case you're wondering why our ham said not for sale, we order our pork and beef by the whole animal, and they butcher it up for us and package it up, and so it says not for sale on it. Now it's time to peel and slice the russet potatoes. Okay, we got them all sliced with a goal of 1/8 of an inch each. Some people use a mandolin slicer. I've got more bloody knuckles from those things. I just use an old-fashioned knife and a lot less blood loss. What we're going to do with these now, we're going to nuke them for about 5 minutes on high in the microwave. Okay, now we're going to make what is known as a roux. R-O-U-X. It's a French term for essentially a thickening agent. And what it's going to do, some people use cornstarch, but we're going to use the flour, the butter, and the onions together. We're going to melt the butter first, throw in the onions, and then throw in the flour, and then we're going to gradually add milk, but we'll get to that in a second. Okay, the butter's all melted. It's time to incorporate the onions. We're going to have the onions and butter cooked for about 5 minutes on medium-high, stirring every so often. Okay, after they've cooked for about 5 minutes, you can then incorporate your flour. This is going to thicken up into a paste, so don't worry. It's what we want it to do. Once we've gotten this into a paste and all worked in, we can start incorporating the half and half and the milk a little bit at a time. And what you're going to do is you're going to pour a little bit in there, stir it, get it to thicken, a little bit more, stir it, get it to thicken, until you've got the 16 ounces of the half and half and the 16 ounces of the milk incorporated. Okay, we've got all the seasonings in here, and if your ham steak came with juice like in the bottom of it in the package, by all means pour it in here. That's just going to flavor it right up. And you're going to want to throw some pepper in here and some salt to taste, depending on how, whether or not you put the juice from the ham steak in here. Next, we're going to turn this on medium-low and add the Swiss cheese. Once you got the cheese all melted in here, we're all ready for assembly. Okay, we're all ready to assemble. First thing we're going to do is spray the bottom of a 13x9 glass pan. And then we're going to put a layer, about 1/3 of the potatoes down. If your potatoes have started to discolor, don't worry about it. They'll be fine. Next, you're going to put about 1/3 of the ham down. Then we're going to put about 1/3 of the sauce down. If you're having problems with the sauce getting too thick, you can throw it back on the stove and heat it up a little bit. Then you go back through and complete all layers until everything's used up. Okay, all set. Now we're going to toss her in a 375 degree oven. Okay, we've had it for about an hour. Well, exactly an hour at 375 degrees. Enjoy.